Hello, manifestors. Sorry I was missing in action lately, but this has been a year of amazing manifestations and changes in my life, and I will make a video about that very soon. It's because of my manifestations that I've been very busy outside of work and outside of making videos and podcasts that I have been missing in action. So it's for the good reason, and that reason is going to help a lot of you guys. And this is why I want to make a video about this very soon. And because it's the end of the year already, and this has been a year of amazing changes and manifestation, this is why I want to make a video about it to help you guys, to remind you that you are God of your reality, and whatever you want, you can have it. And this is why today I want to make a video about getting rid of a huge baggage that some of you carry. And this is not going to be the only video about removing baggage, but this is the first, let's put it this way, of a little mini series that I want to create, that I want to make about getting rid of baggage that are preventing you or slowing down the process of you getting your stuff already. So, by the way, my name is Sylviane. I am a manifesting coach. If you want my help, my group coaching, my manifesting guide, and other things that I have available for you, check the link down below in the description box. If you are new here, subscribe. If you like the video, like, comment, and share. This will help my channel and help people to get to know this law once and for all. So the idea for this video came this week when I had a client who came to me with a twin flame. And believe it or not, back in the days, I used to believe in those things, twin flames, stuff like that. But today, as a conscious manifestor, not only that, but as someone who has, and who still is studying this law and understanding that consciousness is the only reality, I do not buy that twin flame thing, twin flame BS anymore. And when I have a client manifesting a specific person, coming to me and calling this person a twin flame, right away, I know that this client of mine has put that specific person on a pedestal. Putting someone on a pedestal doesn't necessarily mean that we think they are more important than us, more special, better than us. It means that we put them in a special box. They are this person that is so special. It's in a box here. It's in my special little box on my pedestal. Obviously, if you think that someone is your twin flame, automatically, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, no matter what your excuse is, you already have put that person on a pedestal. The pedestal of the twin flame. And everybody knows that if we talk twin flames, there's only one. So this is the only person you can ever love. You see how this is going to, right off the bat, be a problem to manifest that person when we know that most people manifesting SPs already have a huge attachment and resistance and all that stuff. So when you put a tag on your relationship with your SP and call them a twin flame, you are already bringing some baggage into the picture. When really, think about it, right? I helped this client understand what he was doing, and guess what? It helped him a great deal, because I'm going to read his feedback just a couple of days after our sessions. So you will be able to see and hear what he says about how our session helped him to get rid of a heavy baggage that he had, calling his SP a twin flame. But before we do, let's talk about something. That term, twin flame, where does it come from? Who came up with it? It's someone, right? A human being one day came up with that term somehow, somewhere, right? With the term twin flame. It is not something that the law talks about. It is not something that any textbook of the law talk about, like the Bible, right? Like any spiritual teacher talks about. That twin flame concept comes from the ego of someone, right? Because the ego loves to tag things, to put a name on it. That's what we do, right? And it is useful to some extent, right? We name things. We name trees, we name flowers, we name objects, and we even name people, right? We put a name on it. But that name is just made up, right? At the base, that flower, that plant, that tree, that object, and that person has no name. It's just that we put a name on it. So that term, twin flame, was created by someone at some point, right, who wanted to make that specific person so special and so unique in all the earth, and say, well, when you have a huge love for someone, a huge desire for that person, and you have a lot of common things that you have in common quite a bit, you recognize yourself in that person. That's how close you feel to that person. Let's call it a twin flame. But by calling it a twin flame, you are putting a weight on your shoulders, because it implies that there's only one person like this in the whole world for you. And if you were to miss that one, forget it. You'll be alone forever. You'll never find that kind of love ever with anyone else. And that alone is a huge baggage. It's a huge weight on your shoulders. And to manifest such a twin flame, if we add all the crazy beliefs that people who talk about twin flame have, you only add up to it. Because I have watched some videos about twin flames, and those people talking about twin flames, they love to create an extra challenge about those people. So if you think that your SP is a twin flame, my guess is you have watched some of those videos and they are really depressing. They are really not helping you understanding that this is just a tag that you have put on a person, and that's all it is. But right now you believe not only that this is the only person that can make you happy, when really nobody can make you happy, right? Remember, only you can. So number one, you believe that this is the only person that can complete you, that can make you happy. And secondly, you are believing in a lot of challenges that, from what I know, most people teaching about twin flames are believing and creating all those limiting beliefs, tons of them, into their listeners, into their audience. When what is a twin flame? It's just another human being that you happen to have a lot in common with, and that you are attracted to, and that you desire to have as a partner. That's all it is. And manifesting a so-called twin flame is just the same as manifesting any other specific person. But if you create the belief that it is special and unique because they are a twin flame, you are only creating more stumbling blocks between you and your desire. It's bad enough, so to speak, to have a specific person in mind, and I know what I'm talking about, right? I'm not talking out of not having manifested my own specific person. So it's bad enough to have a specific person in mind. It is worse if you tag them as a twin flame. And when I say bad enough, I mean that the moment you have a specific person in mind, you're already making it harder, right? Because when we know the law, we know that we should focus on ourselves, number one, right? Focus on who we are being that goddess and that God that is loved and desired and appreciated and amazing and can have anyone they want. So when I say it's bad enough to have a specific person, is that the moment you have a specific person in mind, they are going to be in your mind all the time. They are going to be in your mind all the time. Naturally. You don't even have to do anything about that. And I know what I'm talking about. So when I say it's bad enough, it means that it's already an hindrance, right? It's already an hindrance because automatically, no matter how good you are at manifesting, you are going to think about them too much, right? More than you should. And this is the very reason why the SP is the hardest thing to manifest in this community. Why do you think that is? But my goodness, if on top of it, you tag them, you put them in that box that says twin flame, forget about it. It's really going to make things more complicated for you. And when we say consciousness is the only reality, really meditate on that phrase for a whole week if you have to. What does that mean? It means that whatever you create in your consciousness, whatever you assume, whatever you believe, whatever you entertain, is part of your consciousness. So that is going to manifest in your life as a fact. That's what it means, right? So if part of your consciousness is, I believe in twin flames, well, number one, you are going to manifest that person that you are going to think it's your twin flame. That doesn't mean that it's not your specific person, but definitely with that type of belief, of course you are going to manifest that person that matches you so beautifully, blah, blah, blah. And you are going to say, oh my God, it's my twin flame. When that whole thing is being created by your consciousness. This is why Neville said consciousness is the only reality. And he meant your consciousness, right? As an individual, your consciousness is the only reality. Whatever you believe, whatever you believe to be true, will always be true to you, period. As God of your reality, you can be and do anything that you want. And you can manifest that specific person of yours. But from experience, I can tell you that people who call their specific person a twin flame do not see themselves as God. They see themselves as more of a victim human being that happened to have this burden upon their shoulder of being crazy in love with someone that is untouchable, that is very special, very delicate, and very hard to manifest. This is what the term twin flame already implies, because if you go on those crazy videos about twin flame and look at the comments below the video, you'll see how tortured those people are. Most of them are very tortured. Like, it's a thorn in the flesh to be in love with that twin flame and to have that person that is your twin flame. And on top of that, they say that everyone has a twin flame. So what about all those people who are in a relationship with or married to another normal person that is not their twin flame? Are they miserable? Are they missing something? You know what I mean? So if right now you are in the community of conscious manifesting and you still believe that you have this twin flame, do yourself a favor and bring that twin flame down, that high pedestal you put them on, or that special box you put them in, and see them as a person, as just a normal person that you happen to be interested in. And trust me, guys, if you want to manifest that person, it's going to help you greatly. And I asked permission to my client if I could share with you his feedback to me. And here it is. I have been feeling much better and lighter for these couple days since we spoke. I think I did take a few heavy weights off my shoulders by seeing how I was being trampled by those assumptions of twin flame and the uniqueness or difference of it, which was making it harder. If I hadn't read about it and adapted those perceptions, I would have seen it as I do now, as another person who I love very much and that I want to be with, and I can easily manifest. Now I'm finding it easier to feel, let alone stay in that state of the end result. You see what he says here? If he hadn't read about twin flames, he would have never created that perception that everybody who hears about twin flame start creating, which includes a lot of problems, a lot of hurdles, a lot of difficulties, right? He would have just seen that person, well, as another person that he just truly loves and wants. That's it. So guys, if you are burdened by the fact that at some point, unfortunately, you fell into the trap of hearing and reading about twin flames and assuming that because you match so well your specific person, it is therefore your twin flame, with all the problems, all the baggage that this carries along with it. Now, the reason why I feel that I can talk about this subject is that I met a specific person that was a true match with me 5 years ago, which is the person I am with today. And by the way, I have 2 videos, this one and this one, talking about how I manifested him if you want to watch them. They are older, the sound is not so great, but it has helped a lot of people. Those 2 videos have helped a lot of people. And I am putting the links to these videos down below into the description box. While I was tempted to call him my twin flame, I refrained back then and I refrain now to call him this way. And personally, he hates it. He hates to hear about twin flame. He doesn't believe in it, and he's right. Does that take away from our matching with one another? No, it doesn't. But it does take away from the heavy weight of this BS twin flame. So to summarize, guys, if you have tagged your specific person as a twin flame and you feel that it's not helping at all, and most likely it doesn't, remove that tag. And remember that whatever you create within, whatever belief and assumption you create within, is going to be without in your physical world. So remove that tag and see your specific person just as a normal human being that you happen to be very attracted to and with whom you have a lot in common. That's all it is. And that, yes, you can manifest them like any other person. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope this was helpful. If it was, let me know in the comments. Like the video, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. And I'll see you next time.